What's going on, you guys? DZRCKS here, and it's Monday, and you know what that means. It's Musicality Monday. Run the intro. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about, it was brought up to me that this will be a pretty good idea to do as a Musicality Monday, so I'm doing it. What we're going to talk about today is what's known as, or not as commonly known, but just another name for it, it's known as the phantom beat. Now it sounds a little... It's nothing crazy. All it is basically being able to have a space in the song, and there's no typical instruments that are being played. You know, let's say it's a snare, and they usually have that break where there's no snare. Maybe they take out the drums and the kick and stuff like that, and they call it like the breakdown. Basically, even though that snare is not being played rhythmically and timing-wise, it's still there. And what you can do in that space, just because there's nothing being played doesn't mean you have to do nothing in that space. You know, usually we hear an open spot and try and stop, or, you know, float to the next beat, boom, and then get it. But you can still create a rhythm and pattern to follow in that space that's still going to be on time with the actual song and the instruments that are still being played at that point. It's a little bit weird to kind of think of first, because you're like, well, how can you dance and there's no beat to dance to? I had the same question. I remember one of my teachers in the past, when I directed that one company, said, he said, I'm so good at following the beat, but, you know, at times you gotta make up the beat. And at the time I was just like, what in the hell are you talking about, make up the beat? Hell no, I am the beat. If there's no beat, there's no me. It took me a while to understand what he was talking about, but what he meant was, just because there's a space, you can still invent an imaginary beat or a phantom beat that's there that you can hit that rhythmically is going to be there, but just may not be there musically. If that makes sense, okay? I have a good example for you guys. This is actually Syndicate. I can't remember what show it is, but I'm going to show you guys right now. They use the famous Busta Rhymes stop from Break Your Neck. Look at the way that they do it, and they use the space. We'll just take a look at it first. Shout out to them, Syndicate, super dope. Jalen and Daniel, shout out to those guys. So what they did was they just used the space. Every time you would see that song being done by anybody else, they would always just stop or freeze or like I said, float in the middle and then catch it right at that last part. But they kept the rhythm and went all the way through to that next beat, even though there was no music there. Rhythmically, it went perfectly, and that's what the phantom beat is. It's a beat that's musically there that you can imagine in rhythm would be there, but it's just not actually there in the song. So the point is to be able to utilize the space in between beats, just really be able to be different in those spaces. You know, it gives you a different mindset, so you don't just think about the same kind of typical things. You can come up with beats and rhythms that go with the timing of the song that'll work perfectly in that space, as you guys just saw. When you do it right, people will get it. Even though there's no sound, they're going to understand the rhythm and the melody that you're going to. So it's going to be, it's not audible, but visually they'll still be able to feel it and understand, like, oh, okay, I felt where that was, okay? As long as you do it to the right timing and rhythm, it's going to make sense. Like I said, it's a little bit difficult. These Musicality Mondays are always a lot more about thinking and about understanding the way that you can move to music and how you can manipulate it in so many different ways. So yeah, take that. Like I said, if you guys have questions, comments, or concerns, put them in the comment box. I love to get dialogue started. Hit the like button if you liked it. Thumbs that shit all the way up. But yeah, let me know if you guys need any help. Let me know what you guys want the next Musicality Monday to be. I want to start making these every other week instead of weekly, just to kind of keep up with the other schedule of other projects that I have. So yeah, past that, I appreciate y'all for watching. See y'all in the next one.